Which of the following is a boiler accessory, i.e. not a boiler mounting? A. Blow-off cork. B. Feed check valve. C. Feed water pump. D. Stop valve. The correct answer is feed water pump. Which of the following forces does not act on a fluid at rest? A. Viscous force. B. Gravity force. C. Hydrostatic force. D. Surface tension force. The correct answer is viscous force. Density in the solid state is slightly less than that in its liquid state in case of A. Carbon dioxide. B. Water. C. Mercury. D. None of these. The correct answer is water. Strain hardening effect in metals subjected to cold working is due to the mechanism A. Slip. B. Fracture. C. Winning. D. Dislocation. The correct answer is dislocation. Number determines whether the fluid flow in an open channel is supercritical, critical or subcritical. A. Mach. B. Reynolds. C. Froude. D. Weber. The correct answer is Froude. The delivery pressure of boiler feed water pump compared to the boiler steam pressure is A. Same. B. Slightly less. C. Slightly more. D. Much more. The correct answer is slightly more. The excess air required for the combustion of pulverized coal is of the order of about %. A. 5. B. 15. C. 30. D. 45. The correct answer is 15. Pick out the wrong statement. A. Complete unity of command exists in a line organization. B. Line organization is net suitable for expansion and growth of an industry. C. In line and staff organization, line executes and staff directs. D. None of these. The correct answer is none of these. Of austenite decreases the hardenability in steel. A. Fine grains. B. Coarse grains. C. Homogeneity. D. Dissolved elements except cobalt. The correct answer is dissolved elements except cobalt. A jig is used while a hole. A. Boring. B. Counter boring. C. Drilling. D. Enlarging. The correct answer is drilling. At 100 relative humidity, the dew point temperature of moist air is A. Less than the wet bulb temperature. B. More than the wet bulb temperature. C. Equal to the wet bulb temperature. D. Equal to the ambient temperature. The correct answer is more than the wet bulb temperature. Which one is neutral in character? A. N2O4. B. N2O. C. N2O5. D. N2O3. The correct answer is N2O. Gauge pressure within a spherical droplet of a fluid is P. What will be gauge pressure within a bubble of the same size of the same fluid? A. P. B. 2P. C. 0.5 P. D. 0.25 P. The correct answer is 2P. While the Bing cards are used in the effective stores management, the Quain theory is associated with the time. A. Waiting. B. Idle. C. Inspection. D. Tool replacement. The correct answer is waiting. Diameter of the rivet to be provided on a 20 mm thick boiler plate will be mm. A. 10. B. 20. C. 30. D. 40. The correct answer is 40. Half-life of a radioactive isotope corresponds to the time required for half of the to decay. A. Atoms. B. Neutrons. C. Nucleons. D. Electrons. The correct answer is atoms. The product of a commercial direct reduction process is A. Liquid iron. B. Solid iron. C. Sponge iron. D. Iron saturated with carbon. The correct answer is sponge iron. In the diving apparatus, helium is used along with oxygen because it is A. easily available, B. not soluble in blood at high pressure, C. lighter than nitrogen, D. completely miscible with oxygen. The correct answer is not soluble in blood at high pressure. Materials having resistivity ranging from 1 to 100 cm is termed as A. conductor, B. insulator, C. semiconductor, D. none of these. The correct answer is semiconductor. During sensible cooling of air, its wet bulb temperature A. decreases but dew point remains constant, B. increases but dew point remains constant, C. increases the dew point decreases, D. decreases the dew point increases. The correct answer is increases but dew point remains constant. Which of the following emissions in the exhaust gas of an IC engine causes the formation of photochemical smog? A. nitrogen oxides, B. hydrocarbons, C. both A, B, D. carbon monoxide. The correct answer is both A, B. If Reynolds number is greater than 1, then the A. viscous force is larger than the inertia force, B. inertia force is larger than the viscous force, C. inertia force is larger than the surface tension force, D. inertia force is larger than the gravitational force. The correct answer is inertia force is larger than the viscous force. The type of pump used for lifting large quantity of sewage is a pump A. gear, B. centrifugal, C. reciprocating, D. plunger. The correct answer is centrifugal. Which of the following metals is not subjected to electrolytic refining purification? A. copper, B. zinc, C. tin, D. aluminium. The correct answer is tin. The most important function of a washer is to provide bearing area, and washers are normally specified by their hole diameters. The diameter of washer as compared to the nut is A. more, B. less, C. same, D. more but less than the diameter of bolt. The correct answer is more. The underground well of a biogas plant is called the A. septic tank, B. oxidation well, C. digester, D. lagoon. The correct answer is digester. Use of water as a manometric liquid suffers from the disadvantage of its A. low vapor pressure, B. corrosive nature, C. high vapor pressure, D. high boiling point. The correct answer is high vapor pressure. The following thermocouple may be used for measuring temperature up to 1873 K. A. chromel alumel, B. copper constantan, C. platinum rhodium, D. iron constantan. The correct answer is platinum rhodium. Thermodynamic cycle involved in the working of a thermal power plant is the cycle A. Joule, B. Carnot, C. Rankine, D. Brayton. The correct answer is Rankine. Closeness of packing is maximum in case of crystal lattice. A. face-centered, B. simple cubic, C. body-centered, D. none of these. The correct answer is face-centered. A material is capable of resisting softening at high temperature because of its property termed as A. hot temper, B. hot hardness, C. fatigue, D. creep. The correct answer is hot hardness. Cascade control is A. the continuous adjustment of the set point index of an automatic control loop by a primary master controller. B. used when changes in process conditions cause serious upsets in the controlled variable. C. useful to control flow from temperature. D. all ABC. The correct answer is all ABC. Softening of hardened steel is done by its A. Normalizing, B. Tempering, C. Annealing, D. Carburizing. The correct answer is normalizing. Air-fuel ratio by weight for combustion of methane with theoretical quantity of air will be about A. 9:1, B. 17:1, C. 23:1, D. 29:1. The correct answer is 17:1. Which of the following alloying elements is present in maximum percentage in high-speed steel? A. Molybdenum, B. Chromium, C. Tungsten, D. Vanadium. The correct answer is molybdenum. Is a non-volatile film-forming constituent of a paint. A. Thinner, B. Dryer, C. Drying oil, D. None of these. The correct answer is drying oil. According to maximum shear stress failure criterion, yielding in material occurs when the maximum shear stress is equal to times the yield stress. A. 0.5, B. 2, C. 2, D. 3.2. The correct answer is 0.5. Transformer cores are normally made from A. Soft ferrites, B. High purity iron, C. Grain-oriented facet alloy, D. Alnico alloy. The correct answer is grain-oriented facet alloy. Test is the appropriate test to determine whether a material is ductile or brittle. A. Impact, B. Cupping, C. Hardness, D. Tensile. The correct answer is impact. Main constituent of bone ash is A. Ammonium phosphate, B. Calcium phosphate, C. Animal charcoal, D. Ammonium sulfate. The correct answer is calcium phosphate. Tempering of a material does not improve its A. machinability, B. toughness, C. internal stress level, D. softness. The correct answer is machinability. High relative humidity decreases the evaporative process, and as the temperature is increased, the relative humidity decreases. The comfort range for human body is the ambient temperature of 22 to 27 C with relative humidity ranging from A. 5 to 10, B. 15 to 25, C. 45 to 50, D. 75 to 80. The correct answer is 45 to 50. Which of the following performance characteristics of a S.I engine is not affected by the front-end volatility of the petrol used? A. Vapor locking, B. Hot starting, C. Spark plug fouling, D. All ABC. The correct answer is spark plug fouling. Glass is used in the mercury in glass thermometer meant for measuring a temperature of 500 C. A. Borosilicate, B. High silica, C. Supermarch, D. Lead. The correct answer is supermarch. Heat released during phase change is observed in case of an A. boiler, B. condenser, C. evaporator, D. All ABC. The correct answer is condenser. The hardenability of steel decreases with A. decrease in dislocation density, B. increase in solutionizing temperature, C. increase in strength, D. decrease in grain size. The correct answer is decrease in grain size. Pick out the correct statement about the condensation. A. film vase condensation gives a lower heat transfer rate than the drop vase condensation. B. suitable coating or vapor additive is used to promote film-wise condensation. C. if a condensing liquid does not wet the surface drop vase, even then condensation will take place on it. D. Reynolds number of condensing liquid is based on its mass flow rate. The correct answer is suitable coating or vapor additive is used to promote film-wise condensation. Change in volume of metals from absolute zero temperature to their melting points is A. Almost same for all metals. B. Different for different metals. C. Less for low melting point metals. D. Less for high melting point metals. The correct answer is almost same for all metals. Wohler test is a destructive test to find out the strength of a prepared metal specimen. A. Creep. B. Fatigue. C. Endurance. D. Tensile. The correct answer is fatigue. Alloy powder manufactured by the following process have spherical shapes. A. Electrochemical deposition. B. Gaseous reduction. C. Atomization. D. Mechanical attrition. The correct answer is atomization.